Hey guys, sorry I've been a little flaky recently, not getting out much content. Life does get in the way sometimes. So we're going to look at a game I played a number of years ago. Um, so it was so many years ago. That's when I used to go to the clubs. So this is a number of years ago. Um, and a request came through the clubs, and it was my father has just moved into the area and he's too old to come to the clubs. So is anyone willing to go to him and play Go? So I'm thinking some 1Q maybe. So I raised my hand and so to speak, and said, yeah, I'd happy to do it. So I go, and this guy's 89 years old, which is the only English he spoke. He would say it quite proudly, 89. Um, and he used to be one of Taiwan's top 10 players. So, guy's strong, uh, but pretty old. And we played once a week for 2.5 years. In that whole time, I don't think we ever played one Joseki. He didn't believe in Joseki. He'd always make it up as he went. He loved working with influence. So this is one of our games. Uh, over that period of time, I took him to two stones 4 times, and once at two, I didn't have a chance. And he took me to even once. So we played without Kome as our normal situation. So here's one of the games that was memorable, I thought. He's the Blackstones. And like I said, he likes influence. So he's here. Um, let's look at the idea here. What's Black trying to do? Well, this move is not focused on the corner. Here, Black's saying, I want the corner. Here, he's saying, I want influence. So I take it away. He's also saying, I want the left. So I could play this way. But he's not saying it intently. So I just, here, okay. Here, what's this one saying? Clearly not, I want the corner, because it's, two space, thin, easy to live in. So again, he's saying, I want the outside. So I take it away. And he plays here. This is very much his style, to create a lot of potential. So if we ask, well, now what is he trying to do? The way I think about this stuff is I start putting Blackstones down. Like if we put the Blackstone here, is A in a good spot? Well, reasonable. It's not bad. But they're not, I mean, A wants to be over at B, right? It doesn't want to be at A. I mean, A's okay, but B's a lot better. So A's not focused on the corner. If we look at, how about something like this? Well, it's disjointed, not coordinated. I mean, useful, but nothing special. So what's he trying to do? He's trying to do this. Notice it's virtual Sente. Now he's building something more and more. So I take it away. Now I'm sort of against my A, because B is really good in the corner. I mean, it's a corner move. It's seen as my corner. It's not actually my corner, but it's very strong in the corner. C C is great for attacking, which doesn't really suit this situation. And B's in the middle, I'm sorry, A's in the middle, being questionable. It's not wrong, but it's just a little hard to work with. But I saw him doing so many large in general things. I wanted to make my A move larger. So if he were to come into my corner, we'll just have him live real quick. On this board, the corners looks insignificant. It's the global that really stands out in this game. And White's wall is making the A stone look silly, like I'm going to gobble it up. So this is why I chose the long knight. He plays here. Okay. Again, I often imagine his next move. Like, yeah, this next move for black works the right. Yeah. But I tend to see the board as levels of desire. So A desires to play at B and build the right. So A has a certain amount of desire. My two C stones have desire. So A is a single wall, but the C is, I'm sorry, A is a single stone while C is a wall. So I pinch the stone, which is exactly where the A stones want to extend to. Now, let's not talk about right and wrong, but rather a perspective that has merit. So we see my move is working with A real well. It's a pinch. We're attacking black. So it's fine. Okay. Comes up. I'm going to come up. Third or fourth line? Fourth line. Why? Because I attacked with A. It wasn't what you call a harsh attack, but I'm clearly attacking. So to keep black weak, fourth line. That's one of the main reasons we play fourth. Well, it's either to grow or to keep the pressure up. Comes in. I found this move difficult to work out. The most basic idea would be, let's defend my A stone. It's not like it's about to die, but clearly the A stone's the one that's being talked about here. Let's remember the three ways to help a stone. One would be to run out. We're running. One would be trying to live, running, living, or let's imagine white got a few free moves here. I'm going to cap these black stones. Then I'm going to, okay, good. So here, white to play. This white move says, ooh, those two black stones are in trouble. So they can't attack me very well. So that third way is to bother him enough so he's no longer in a position to be bothering you. So I did this idea, but I did it against the B stone. So the normal idea here would be to kick and then run out. That's the normal idea. Or kick and pinch, one of these ideas. But I didn't do that. and I'm in my own mind, I'm remembering the move and trying to recreate it in my head. It's like, well, A has a need. What about the corner? Well, it's got the gap and the corner's wide open. So it's clearly has, not that it's near death, but it has weaknesses that will be helpful to black. Well, then why don't we kick? Well, we have our original gap, but now we've made a new vital point for black to bother us. The 3/3 is now open. So we're weaker than we were, and our K3 is weaker than it was. So I played here instead. Now I'm stronger than I was, and he's weaker than he was. That's why I played here. And remember, we're not talking about the best move, but rather me trying to be rational, which I found covers up to 6 down without too much problem. Easily up to 5 down. Just basic, simple moves like this, 5 down's not a problem. 6 down, I had to add reading, because I didn't learn to read till I was 5 down. And I had to get my moves more specific. But there. He comes up. Now it's a natural time to take care of my K3 stone. Let's notice that this move, how do you say this? We don't like running from behind. We catch up, he gets ahead. We catch up, he gets ahead. We don't like running or jumping from behind. Sometimes it's appropriate. Sometimes it's great. I remember watching Mingju Jang play Joey Hyung in a tournament. And Mingju played 10 moves pushing from behind. And it was a beautiful thing to behold. Each one was absolutely perfect. I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen that before. Okay, so let's notice that this move is catching up, pushing from behind against 2 groups. So it's like double bad. Now, again, I'm not trying to say it's a bad move, but rather I would want to do more. If we do more, we're not too thin because black's at quite a distance on both sides. So we should be fine. He goes for the cut. He's going to cut us. Of course, that's what he does. So we need to decide which side we're going to hone on. The way I organize things in my mind is I go, well, first, what's the principle? I mean, how would I know? Korea changed the Go world just by saying, don't even ask such a question, just read it out. Well, I've never had the desire or ability to just read everything out all the time. So I rely on principles, which is flower go. And it's like, so that's what I teach is flower go. Which of course is an insult. Oh, he plays flower go. Really pretty, but not worth much. Okay, so which way? What's the principle? Hane on the side where black's weaker. Okay, so who's weaker, the C group or the D group? The C group's weaker because the D group has the corner. C can't get to the corner. So we hane on that side. Okay. He fixes. And this next white move may have been the hardest one for me in the game. First thought would be to fix. But then black gets this in Sente. And all of a sudden, I'm an eyeless stick. Terrible. So I finally figure out, well, what if I take it? And then I'm like, well, I can connect under, I can connect out, I can attack things. So yeah, I went this way. That was hard for me. He comes out, I fix. Notice if I fix this way, black, white, black, which one am I going to fix? I have to fix this side. Leaves these problems, right? All these problems. So I went this way, which is a natural fix to this side. Okay. Notice that almost all moves in Go have a specific reason. This is a good example of very specific. I'm playing here because of. We have plenty of generic moves, but a lot of them, if you look at your position that you're in, you'll find there's lots to look at and lots of specific reasons to do things. Okay, I play here, plays this way. Is this Sente? Well, Atari, hurts my group pretty bad. Yeah, Sente. Okay. Is this one Sente? Well, in my head, I always do it. And Mr. Yang, I haven't had lessons with him in a long time, but when I used to do it with him, he gets, why you passing? Just so that I can see worst case scenarios. Don't pass. So, but in my head, I pass. I go, if I do nothing, and he hanes, and I try to get out, Atari, oh, it's weak. Okay. So Sente, let's come out. Black comes out. Is it Sente? So I check again. Black, white. There's no cut. Boom, 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 boom. Right? We just capture. Boom, boom. So he hanes, and we're driving over to his weak group, and he's left with a bunch of weaknesses. So yeah, not Sente. Now I already uncovered my next move. I've shown this game to a number of students over the years with, what's next? Where for white? That's always the question. And they say things like, oh, let's cap at A. There's so many great things for us to do. And then I point out this simple, if we do nothing, what's worst case? Well, this black move is, I feel, game winning. We can't get out, right? We're running into black. That's trouble. 3-3's open. We're undercut on both sides. This is a terrible result. So we need to get out. Next question, should it be third or fourth line? Well, fourth line is for keeping the pressure up. And the one group is not alive. Yeah, but it's thick. Thickness doesn't die. This group, I felt, not that I'm right, but thickness like this, there's not going to be any, it's not going to be useful. So I went third line for points and stability. The hanes, hane, double hane. Well, step one, get strong. Step two, start unveiling his weaknesses. So, should we Atari? Well, which side would we Atari? We don't know yet. No need to Atari. Just come out. He gets out. Great. I want to play here really badly because I've got a gap, and this is Sente, but I didn't. How come? Well, because first, it's not Sente. That's just the tail of his group. A lot of times, we'll save a tail like A because it gives us Aji to live in the corner, or it presents a future cut around C. But in this case, quite strong on both sides. So A's not going to do anything other than endgame, just points. And if we just have black continue and I cut, look at what black's made at the rest of the board. It is far superior to what I've made at the bottom. Now, I reach these things by what's the worst case scenario if I pass. I find that gives me a great amount of information. A lot of players do it differently. So I get out. Notice how weak he's getting in the center. Place here. Okay. Drop down. Keep an eye. Comes in. Well, I can split or go to the right, but they both start here. Okay. Now's the decision, A or B. And again, thickness doesn't die. So don't try to split and attack. Okay. My move. I would still like A. But I decided, oh, I did do it now. Okay. That's reasonable. I'm trying to think as I'm replaying the game in front of you. I'm like, yeah, but can't he play here? No, he can't play here. Well, can't he play here? So like, boom, boom, I cut over. No, there's lots of weaknesses. So finally I'm able to play this. Okay. And then that's just an exchange. And now we're thinking of A, B, C, D. These seem to be the moves. I don't believe I played any of them. I haven't looked at this game in a couple of years. Double Atari. We look at the white group in general. I don't have any eyes there. And in 50 moves, 75 moves, this white group, if I start fighting now, this white group, I don't feel that I could depend on it. But when I double Atari, not only can I depend on this white group for the rest of the game, but now I can actually fight on top. Black has those two stones. Once I have this double Atari, the two black stones on top feel like the air just came out of them. They no longer have that power. He plays one. I came this way because he's got a weak group. He's got to save his cut. I come under. I kept the liberties tight because if he hanes, he can play this way. I felt that he was getting heavy. So we usually play this move, we run ahead, but I felt I wanted to keep it tight. I don't know which one's better. Comes out. And I was about to continue. Let's look at Y here. If he drops down, that left side's pretty big, and he's out of trouble. So I press, he comes out. Now, if he drops down, it looks like half the size that it was a minute ago. Now, we're not talking about area 1. We're talking about area 2. So now we follow this out, and that little area 2 looks minuscule. So the size of the left is noticeably smaller, and his group is stronger because it's out with that nice shape. I was, my hand's there ready to play. I go, wait a minute, that's no longer big and no longer severe. So we go to the corner. He used to do this move a lot. I came out, press on the side he wants, and now I'm about to play Atari. It seems pretty darn natural. And this is the sequence to find my health. But I'm not alive. Why am I going in this direction when it doesn't bring me life? I can't live here. That was big information. I mean, it's so natural. Go to the corner. But wait a minute, just do a one move readout. Doesn't work. I might get an eye. Well, what if I come out? Well, maybe. But I'm not really thrilled with what he's getting. So what's the alternative? Hassling the A stone. So we look at that. Boom. Boom. Okay. Is it working? Boom. Uh-oh. I have to play here. Tari, he just kills me. Okay, that's not working. This is too weak. Okay, that means I have to play this way. He's just going to run out, right? He's just running out. Okay, so that's not working. What else is there? Well, there's his cut at B. There's two ways to address the cut. The natural one that we see every game, Hane. The other one is this guy, threatening to cut. Oh, which also threatens to come around. Ah, it's a vital point. Great. So I play the vital point. Asking Black, what do you want to do? Because I need information. Play the vital point. Tsuji time. That's when you get like, when do you play Tsujis? When you need information. You need something special to happen. Play a Tsuji. So here I need something special. Play a Tsuji. Place. Turn. Okay. I now feel prepared to pinch the stone. I'm strong around A, which is where Black's going to be running. I not only have the Hane, which is very important to get in when Black's running. I already have a stone there, but also there's Aji of C and D, both are Sente. So I felt great. I've prepared. I'm more prepared now to attack. Now, we talked about reading a minute ago. Okay, let's read it all out. What are you, joking? I can't read all that out. There's far too many variations for me. But it looks reasonable now. It didn't look reasonable a minute ago. It's out. And now, here, ouch, I'm hurting myself on the left. This way, oh, I'm getting out. Yeah, but I'm hurting myself on top. what do? Well, what is there to work with? The Aji of the cuts. So that's readable, right? Atari. Now what? Nothing. Okay, let's try the other one. Atari, which is what I did. Fix. Now what? His corner's about to die. Now, if you look carefully, it's not, but there's a ton of Aji in there. He says, yeah, I'm going to fix myself taking a large in-game move. This is really, really big. We're talking, I want to say 15 points. It's pretty big. But then I can connect under now, which is a dream come true for me. Comes out, comes out. Now we're getting close to where I didn't have recollection to record correctly. We're not quite there yet, but things have been going really well for white. I've been getting my way. That made me nervous. I've played some incredibly strong players. And when things start going your way, you better have a look out because things are building. It's going to switch real soon. So I found myself afraid. I connected. There's really no need to connect. Yeah, it makes me out strong. It makes me thicker to get out. I'm alive on top, or virtually alive. Oh, I want to use that Aji on the left. There's nothing. Black's fine. So this was me having fear. It's out. Here, I'm getting out. When I'm almost alive on top. I mean, what about here? Now I am alive, beyond question. I don't care if he surrounds me. So this is just fear. And the excuse is, oh, it's just because it's like Sente, right? No, it's not really. It's just an excuse. He fixes. Then here. This move I was really pleased with this move. Okay. I'm thinking A says I'm out. I no longer need to think about a move at B because I'm either alive or I'm out. That's the benefit of me playing slow around A. So I no longer have any need for an idea around B. Well, then what's next? I could think about attacking C. That's not a terrible idea. It's too early. But really, his corner, the whole D corner, that's the next big area. Shall I hop in? Well, that's somewhat difficult. But if I prepared to come in, next I play A. Oh, then A's easy. So if I play here and he says, no, I want the whole corner, then I got a large top almost in Sente because now he really feels the need to come out. So I was really pleased with this move. Black came in and we started this whole thing. And that's as far as I can remember. Okay, so I've shared this game at some point over the last 2 years on like YouTube or something, but it was on my mind this morning, and I wanted to share it again. Hope it was useful to somebody. Catch you all later.